Good morning. Good morning, guys. Yes, there will be yoga tonight with Wonton Don. So today we're doing a little less yoga. We're going to get right into our Arnold Pump Club upper body. So we're going to get the chest a little warmed up before we hit the bench. Very lightweight, getting deep reps, turning the hands at the flex point. Wow, 1 year of streaming? That is crazy. Good morning, guys. So we've got one other person in the gym, so I'm not going to be too loud today. But we're really going to do 30 minutes of intense lifting. Do one more warm up on this, and then we'll get into our bench. What's nice about today is we'll get a good lift in the morning, and then nice yoga at night to stretch it out. Second warm-up set. Again, very lightweight. Look at the form. Straight back, Hands turn at the flex point, getting the pecs engaged. All right, 135. Push pull. All right, gym just emptied out. So good morning to everybody. Now that the treadmill's open, I am tempted to at least break a sweat. But first, I'm gonna go for 135 here on the bench with no spot. We're gonna focus on our new grip, trying to keep our feet planted so that we maximize power. See what the best angle might be here. Yeah, maybe like that. Yeah. We're going to see what we can rep out at 135. Now, the other thing I'm actually going to do here with 135 is I'm going to put the pinchers on, because I'm not going to go to failure, but I'm going to push myself pretty hard. However, I want the weights to stay perfectly level, even if I get a little jolted sideways for whatever reason. All right. We've done a set of 20 before. Don't know if I quite have that in my bag, but we're going to go for a next set here. So at least 12, 15, maybe more. Obviously dedicated to bar stool T. Come on, Jinxie boy. Don't be soft. Don't be feeble. Get into a rhythm. Get into a rhythm. Here we go. Keep that on. Here we go. Count them out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo! 25, baby. 25. Oh, that wasn't easy. That wasn't easy. That was not easy. I think I got it on my phone too, because with the clips, as Ethan knows, a lot of times it glitches out, pauses. But that was 25 clean ones, I think. Chat, did I count off it all there? Or did that look good to you? Oh, it felt good, guys. That felt so good. It's incredible what one really good pump will do for you. Yeah, Ethan, my man. And I know Ethan will actually fucking count it because he's a psycho like that. Ethan's the man. He does a ton of stuff behind the scenes without me ever asking because he's not an employee, so I can't ask him. But he'll like clip good stuff. He'll remind me things. He'll tell me if the Mets make a trade. If he sees that we haven't posted about it. Shout out Ethan. True member of Tank's Army. Off the record. Black Ops Corporal. Push and pull. Push and pull. No one cares if you're tired. Make sure that form is good all the way down, all the way up. Woo! All right. We're not going for high reps again. Still at 135. Let's focus on form, controlling the weight. With that set of 25, though, we're already at like 35 reps, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. The new grip that Arnold's team helped me with, number one, wasn't using my feet properly. Plant the feet. You don't want to arch your back when you drive, but you should be able to drive and get stabilization. Second thing is I used to grip it like this, with my thumb under the bar, over the bar. Now I'm at, it's called a suicide grip. Now I'm gripping it correctly thanks to Catch from Arnold's team. And it's really helping me with my power and control of the weight. Last set. Feels a lot heavier now. Feet, Jenks, feet. Ah. 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 Tell you what, when you got the pinchers on, you don't really have a whole lot of options other than to get the fucking weight up. It's one thing I kind of low-key like about it. Woo! Is my chest pumped or is my chest pumped? Holy schmoly. All right, last pull. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. always. Woo! And be simple. It's funny, I can't really listen to Simple Man by Leonard Skinner if I'm near Frank, because that was DeGrom's entrance song, which I wasn't really aware of, to be honest. All right, keep it rolling. Very lightweight, grabbing 10s, going right into overhead press. We want to see symmetry in the motion of both arms. It's the key thing with free weights. You're not on a track, you're in control, or you should be in control, I should say. So do the lighter weight and do the correct form and pacing. See how I'm coming down slowly? That's where it really burns. That's where I'm really feeling it. Popping up is easier. Once we feel like we're almost burnt out, we're just moving our wrists in front of us. And now these get really painful. All right. So if that's a push, what do you think we're going to do next? I'll give you one guess. It rhymes with soul. The answer is pull. So we're going to take our rope that we normally do our tricep extensions on. I like to get to this distance, so I would have to bend over a little for it to be straight, and then come up. And we're just pulling each hand to the almost the armpit area, or as close to it as we can. So we're working those traps again, working that upper back, but the opposite of the push, opposite of the press. We're pulling in and we're squeezing our back together. Great complement to bench press and overhead press. It's one of the biggest things Arnold's Pump Club has taught me, or I should say is completely reinforced to me, is that first thing is showing up. Second thing is effort. But the third thing is being smart in how you approach it and maximizing the time you take to show up and put that effort in. And that's where push-pulls, having full-blown upper body days, lower body days, cardio days, all that stratagem becomes essential to success. Give you the side angle now. Presses, very lightweight again, but because we're not really taking breaks, we're supersetting everything. I promise you, if you do these correctly, with good pace, with the weight under your control, you're going to feel a hell of a burn here. Ten. Come to the middle. Man, I love lifting weights. I love lifting weights. One of my favorite moments in the history of all my friendships that I've ever had is watching my guy Frank Fleming become addicted to weightlifting so quickly. And it doesn't surprise me. I always knew he just had to get in the gym, get some confidence. Because with the walks, he's shown such discipline. And that's 7 days a week. And it's outside in horrible weather. So going into a comfy little gym, it's easy, man. It's nothing compared to the walks. And now he's just locked in. And he looks incredible. And I think the key element with Frank for you guys to think about, especially you guys that are in tough positions, in bad shape, you feel hopeless, you feel like there's no point in even trying. Trust me, I get that. We get that. The whole world gets that feeling. But if there's one thing I can tell you about Frank, it's that he never talks about how he looks. He never openly just tells me what he weighs or brags about it. He doesn't talk about people complimenting him on his looks. The man is completely dedicated to the process. He's in love with the process, not the wins. And that's how winning is done. You don't win by chasing wins. You win by chasing discipline, pushing yourself, doing it every day. The days you feel like it, the days you kind of feel like it, and then having great days on the days you really don't feel like it. That's how winning is done. Too many people are focused on what's going to be the outcome. And then they never get started. They don't realize, forget about the outcome, you might actually thrive throughout the process. And if you create the right process, it should be a lifestyle change. If it's just a periodic interest, if it's just a hard goal with a finish line, you're going to fall into that 80% of people who lose a significant amount of weight and then put it all right back on. It's another reason I don't think super intense diets are a good use of time, energy, or money. Unless you honestly love it so much you think it's your new regimen for the rest of your life. Like a 1 month super intense whatever that costs a fortune and takes up all your energy. Why? What are you going to do in 30 days? What are you going to do in 60 days? A lot of fitness stuff out there, they're trying to just sell you bullshit. Now there's some really good stuff, some really good actors, but there's a lot of bullshit, just like everything consumer-based in this country. So be selective. And remember, the number one asset is your own discipline. By far the number one asset. Because you can do it with no equipment if you have the discipline. All right, we're going to lighter weight now, significantly lighter. We're going to do some bent over lat raises. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Hoi, hoi, hoi. For anybody that doesn't know, Dan Doherty in the chat is in Australia. So I'm very biased. He's one of my favorites. Straight out. Because I'm bent over, because my back is arched, this is completely isolating my trapezoid muscles. And I'm really feeling the burn, particularly at the top here. And then by coming down with just a little bit of control, slowing the pace just a little bit. And guys, these are 3-pounders. And you know I can bench over 250. So weight is nothing compared to form, compared to attitude, compared to pacing. All these things are what's going to add up to victory. Now with that, it was actually more of a pull. So we're only going to do one more of these. But what I'm going to do is change the angle up so that I'm up and in. Step back a little more. I also when I bring the weight all the way down, I kind of flex those titties right here. You can probably see it a little more if I go like this. But it's nice because I'm feeling that connection between the chest and the back, the traps and the pecs. Spaghetti and the meatball, lamb and tuna fish, pectoral, lateral. All right. Born and romantic, that's me. I feel it all in a small town. Had himself a ball in a small town. Here we go, lads. Marilyn and I brother to this small town. Also, after pull-ups, after presses, this is such a great way to exhaust those muscles we've been working by totally isolating them. Whereas with bench press, we're also using our chest, and with presses, we're getting to use more of the front of our shoulders. Oh, baby boy. Now, the other key with those is you really should not feel any stress in the back. It should be your shoulders, your shoulders, your shoulders. Did I mention your shoulders, your suspect? Your situation will concurrently improve if there's $250 in my back pocket. Goodwill Hunting. My life, Goodwill Hunting. All right, we're gonna do one more. This time not bent over and with a little bit of a different grip. Again, little 3-pound weights. Probably made them for Nona, but here's Janksy Cat getting a full-blown pump out of it. Big rainbow. I remember when rainbows weren't political. They were just beautiful things in nature. That was cool. I actually put out a borderline political tweet last night, and after about 5 minutes, I deleted it because I do not affiliate with any political party. I'm a free-thinking individual, and I think that the two parties work together to divide and conquer us. I don't think it takes a genius to realize that. So anyways, my post last night was just about how horrible the garbage is in New York right now. But the truth is, there is such a bad snowstorm. I don't actually think it's a political thing. I think it's more just they weren't quite ready for the weather, which they should have been. But definitely not worth getting 10,000 DMs telling me to go kill myself. I'll never understand why people, I mean, I understand why they get bought into the propaganda, but people are so invested in their politics, and they've never been in any of those meetings or secret back rooms where the deals are cut and the decisions are made. And the vast majority also are not reading legislation. They don't know who's voting for what. In fact, I bet most don't even know how a law is made, how a bill is passed, what a supermajority is, how vetoes work, the difference between federal and state law, all the things, you know, the actual devil in the detail sort of thing. Instead, everyone regurgitates speaking points from the two parties like dumbass fucks and yell at each other while they continue to collect our taxes. And as the great Frank Fleming would say, they're smiling! So I think it'd be better, let's come up into some twists, if we spent a little more time with each other, also smiling rather than fucking yelling at each other. That's the other real irony. I think behind closed doors, the two parties are all probably buddies with each other, getting drinks, going to parties, everything's comped by us. And then meanwhile, we all think we hate each other when we're all just like 99% believe in the same stuff, have similar life experiences. Obviously, not upper class and super poor, but like we're all in the same world here together. Politicians aren't in our world. They live in a different world. So, I don't know. Maybe try to empathize more with your neighbor than some person on TV. Try to find common ground with someone you're actually going to talk to regularly and see in real life, opposed to acting like you're friends with some douchebag on television that's literally going to take half of your paycheck and never thank you for it. I mean, come on, guys. Choose love. Choose love. But not on this fucking tricep set. Choose violence. Let's go. Nice pump in the triceps really feels intoxicatingly good. The whole back of your arm just blows up, and it's such a distinct burn. I think the biceps and the triceps, a couple of the most instantly gratifying pump exercises. It's one of the reasons I like to do bench, shoulders, traps, some of the more grueling stuff before I come over and have some bitch boy basic fun with my triceps and biceps. Where did I put my body armor? Can you feel the love tonight on? An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love tonight? This song is such a banger. It's crazy. Elton John would just bang this out for a fucking Disney film. It's enough. Do you know that Disney thought Little Mermaid would be the big hit? So they actually gave The Lion King to their B team. And in my opinion, The Lion King is one of the greatest movies ever made. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight. It's one of the greatest films, one of the greatest scores. It's what great storytelling is all about, very Shakespearean. But the redemption. And it's not about vengeance. It's not about killing Scar to rectify the death of his father, the murder of his father. It's about Simba finding himself and Simba realizing who he is and what he's supposed to do. And Rafiki takes him in the jungle and hits him with that fucking bamboo stick. And Mufasa shows up in the sky and tells Simba to remember who he is. That James Earl Jones voice. I swear, I get myself so worked up I could start crying right now. It makes me want to run through a fucking brick wall whenever I see Simba start running back toward Pride Rock and Rafiki starts dancing. That's the energy you need in life, man. We're all going to get beat to fucking piss. Dragged through glass, treated like shit, underestimated, underappreciated, overlooked. That's not what defines us. What defines us is how we persevere in the face of those things. Do you say, fuck you? What do you got? That's it? That's all you're going to test me with? Bring the fight to life, man. Bring the fucking fight to life. Don't wait for it to bring it to you, because it's going to. Get right in the middle of the ring and start fucking swimming. Again, I'm listening to Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The song, just for whatever reason, sets me off. It was on my list, my playlist of workout songs. Sorry, chat. Blacked out there. Probably a funny clip, though. Believe that. That last 2 minutes could probably get me institutionalized with Frank. Please nobody send Frank that clip. He will absolutely love it. Submit it to Bellevue, rather. Get me institutionalized. And then Frank will assign Mikey the job to break me out. Mikey will get caught because he'll get distracted mid-operation. He'll end up in jail somewhere in Brooklyn, probably the same one as Diddy. And then Frank will spend his days visiting us in our 2 different lockups, going for walks around the prison yards. And that's going to be his grand plan. So that Mikey and I can't run, can't hide, and just work that step count. And then he'll try to FaceTime us when he's on the road and get really pissed off when we don't answer, because you're not allowed to have an iPhone in the straitjacket hotel. Oh, also, despite Mikey and Frank being in SF, and despite the fact that I don't think Mikey slept much the last couple weeks, we are having our pod today at 10:30 Eastern. So that's going to be at 7:30 Pacific. So Frank will be awake. He'll be a little tired, but he should be fine. Mikey's going to be a broken human being. So at 10:30, if you want to see Mikey get on looking probably full drunk, not even like half drunk, like that old saying, half drunk, no, just full. And should be quite funny. We've had some incredible walks this week, though. I obviously talked about Brett yesterday, but shout out Mikey Betts. Even if you guys ever want, tweet at him. Tell him Jake's told us you got some sick shit done. But we'll talk about it on the pod. I'll put it this way. We've got so many good episodes. We're probably going to have one coming out Sunday. That's just another special. Because we fucking love you guys. We want to keep giving you the juice, baby. Yes, I do have Coldplay. My favorite Coldplay song, in my mind, is from the movie, and I know it's not literally, but it's in the movie, underrated movie, You, Me, and Dupree, with Owen Wilson, and it's called Fix Me. And the reason I like Fix Me is it's got that build-up. It's a very generic, simple melody and all that, but I like the build-up. And then I always think of Owen Wilson in You, Me, and Dupree. I think Kate Hudson and Matt Dillon are also in it. Check that, Michael Douglas. Very funny rom-com. It's back when they used to make good movies. Like, back in the old days, like a shitty movie or a mid-level movie that didn't do great in the box office could be a classic. Because they actually made original films with plots and new characters and stuff. Believe it, like, can you imagine that? Not every other movie was a fucking remake or sequel. I miss those days. I think with the AI, they could create some new stories pretty quickly. But I bet the writers are probably blocking the AI and then also only writing sequels. Brilliant! All right, we ate a great pump today. Wake up bar stool is on. Let's just do one more tricep, one more bicep, one more lat raise, one more bench press, and then we'll call it. How's that sound for a wrap up? My arms do feel cock diesel. I don't know what cock diesel means. Probably shouldn't say that. Cock diesel. Definitely doesn't seem innocent. Can anybody look up what does cock diesel mean in slang? Or does it just mean a diesel cock? Because I feel like a diesel cock is definitely different phrasing than cock diesel. Sorry, it's a lot of cock talk here early on. Shake that off. A lot of cock talk. Do one more bench after we do. Let's do one more with bent over. Again, just getting that back juiced up. Obviously standing up right now. Going straight up. My arms are juiced and tight like a toiga. So I'm going to try to do the bench with my arms tight like a toiga. My chest is pumped, my chest is burnt. I might honestly just drop this on my chest and be dead. But if there's one place I'd love to go, one place I'd love to perish, it would be right here under the bench press. By accident, of course. But that'd be, if I ever die bench pressing, guys, do not waste any salt water crying over me. Because that means your boy went out the best way he knew how. Just trying to bench. I got problems. Feet jacks. Idiot. It's really under control. Really feeling the burn here. Slow and boom. It's like John Madden. Oh, boom. Okay. I'm gonna get thrown out of my gym eventually. Get banned. Making way too much noise. All right, finish the twist. Great workout today, guys. Great upper body pump. Proof is in the pudding. You can see my arms are fucking jack today. 7, 8, 9, 10. Haven't done twists in a while because the trap's really been hurting, but today we kind of said, fuck it. And I think it worked out well. I don't feel any strain. We still did some pull-ups, not high volume. Also why we haven't done dead hangs. Also why you probably, I don't know if you guys have noticed, we were doing 500 to 1,000 crunches every morning. Really haven't done any crunches in a while. Again, resting up that trap. But it's fine. We overwork some muscles sometimes, and as they have to heal, we get to key on other areas. I think the biggest thing I've really focused on are my legs, and that's been awesome. Woo! You're going to Fiesole tomorrow, brother. That's awesome. Make sure you tell Leonardo that Matteo, il prof, sent you. Matteo, the professor. And show him a picture of me. Because I worked at a school, even though I wasn't a teacher, they all just called me il prof. Il prof. Oh, make sure you get there early before your reservation. Bring up a bottle of wine or two, some snacks. You can obviously walk around and drink in Italy legally and enjoy that sunset because there's absolutely nothing like it. All right, and micros. These might look a little awkward, but they're very effective. What I'm doing is not going all the way down and then getting the squeeze at the top. After we get to about 10, I'm going to lower my elbows, and we're going to go micro where we only go up halfway. This also does a really nice job working the grip. Like you'll feel this in your forearm very quickly. And then we're going to reverse our hands. Go reverse micro at the top. You can see how the forearms are fully locked in. Hammers. Guess what, guys? After going out to San Jose and coming back all in like 30 hours, very low on sleep. I don't even remember working out yesterday. I was like blacked out. I mean, I'd taken like 100 milligrams before getting on the plane. So when I worked out, definitely had something going on there. But point is, I'm still low on sleep. I did not feel like exercising this morning, which made me know, you know what, Jenks? If you don't feel like exercising, that means you're being a cranky little bitch-ass fuck. And it's even more pertinent that you get in the gym. And now, after having done all this, I feel a million times better. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the whole motherfucking point. Principle, rule, value, amendment. 1, we go to the gym to feel good, not if we feel good. And with that, I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic Thursday. We will be on Frank the Tank Pod very, very soon, about 2.5 hours. I fucking love you guys. You're the absolute best. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep rolling. Frank hit the gym last night. So many great walks coming, some good announcements at 10:30. And again, I can't wait to see how fucked up my key bets looks. Love you guys. Get after it today. Get after it.